Hello everybody, the doctor is in. Just doing a run over of the new setup. Take a look at this behind me. My daughter painted that. She's really talented. I wish one side of my mustache would stay up. It goes down. So if I pull both of them down, this one hardly stays. I'm keeping this on just because it looks cool. I'm using a new mic. Don't I look professional now? Now I can do voiceovers. So, been absent a while. Planning on recording a handful of new things. Some friends on Discord are going to be joining me. And I'm going to slap something together and call it good. I was out of the loop for a couple months because of haunt season. The only time of year I get to relieve all of my stress at once. I'm a professional haunter at the world infamous 17th door. I've been scaring there since the very beginning in 2015. I've been there every single day. As you've seen from the previous video that I posted, it was a brief look into the life of a professional haunter. What a lot of people don't understand is working at a haunt, especially one with the reputation that 17th Door has, is a completely different animal. There's a lot of traditionalists that are like, oh, you're allowed to touch people, that's not scary. No. You know what's not scary? Punching, kicking, pushing, shoving, pulling hair. We don't do that. That's not scary. That's stupid. People don't understand that if we do touch you in 17th Door, it means we're either putting you into a safe position or helping you get up. That's the only kind of touching I've ever done. The only time I've ever shoved somebody is to get them out of the room faster. Like, hey, get out of the way, we got stuff to do. That kind of thing. I love my job. I wish I could do it all the time. The downside is we see the worst in humanity. People come into our house all the time under the influence. And a vast majority of the time, those people cause problems. They try and fight us. They try picking on us. They attempt violence while they're in there and while they're waiting outside in the parking lot, making it one of the most dangerous jobs in the world, bar none. We've had people threaten to firebomb us. We've had people threaten to pull guns on us. We've had people threaten to pull all kinds of other weapons against us while we were working. It's not that much different than working retail. So many situations that retail workers encounter that we also encounter in a haunted house. What else can you do? How do we change humanity to allow for a better experience? You come here to get scared. You're going to get scared. Why would you come here to start a fight? Why would you do that? Having a background in psychology, I've been able to determine that these useless wastes of carbon-based life are just that, a waste. Most of them should not exist. I will continue to do my job to the best of my ability, and I will see you in your nightmares, whether you like it or not. Psychological terror has always been a focus at 17th Door. And next year, when we go back to school and conclude, I believe, Paula's story, it's going to be an incredible thing. There are times where I can't stand the people that come through night after night, year after year. I've been a professional haunter for going on 12 years now. 13. Officially 13 years. 13 seasons. I started at a traditional haunt in Lubbock, Texas called Nightmare on 19th. and I escalated my craft at 17th Door, where I have been every single day that they've been open. Hopefully I'll be able to get a handful of friends on the line to tell some stories in the near future, and see if we can make something of it. Call it a haunt series, why not? Let me know down in the comments if you would like to see more of this. Some of the things that has happened to me as a professional haunter, the worst things that have happened to me have happened at 17th Door. I've been spat on, pushed, attacked, physically attacked. I was struck in the face in 2016 and bled all over a couch. All because the guy was tripping on something he shouldn't have taken in the first place. I've had people attempt to fight me, even though I was just doing my job. I wasn't even... The most I've been threatened was when I wasn't even interacting with people. I was behind a pane of glass, standing there. They decided to try and beat on my wall and threaten us. We stepped back, we waited for something to happen. Vacated the room. Blew the scene. I've had... On Halloween in 2016, I got to be the pig doctor delivering Paula's baby, which was a fetal pig, and I've gotten threatened probably a handful more times that night than I did any other time. No big deal to me. Dealt with it. Blew the scene. Simple. Keep most of the scenes simple. People want to threaten us, we can just kill what we're doing. There are ways to make things safer, but not all the time. We do try, though. Among my favorite rooms to work was the gas chamber. I've been told that it's not coming back. It wouldn't make sense to fit into the glue tire storyline anyway. We load you into a locker, give a small speech, launch the scene, it tips over, the back door's open, you fall into a ball pit. Simple, right? You'd be surprised how many people try and struggle against that. What's the matter, you don't like Chuck E. Cheese? It's also been consistently difficult to find a steady job. Not because I'm a haunter, but partially because of my appearance and also because of my previous experience working in other places. It's 2021 and there's a worker shortage, which absolutely sounds like bullshit to me. I don't like it, but, you know, if they were hiring for real, they would have actually hired me. Instead of calling me or sending me an email that says, "You're overqualified for this position." And I need a job. I have a family to take care of. Which is part of the reason why I do this. I enjoy doing it quite a bit. It's fun for me. I enjoy the editing process. For some reason, I like talking to nobody. But if you view the videos, if I can turn this into a sustainable source of income, I can help take care of my family better. I can also be more charitable, which is something I've always wanted to do. I don't like that there are people who suffer worse than I do, and I wish someday I could alleviate that suffering, not only for myself, but for other people. I see the worst in humanity every single year. I see intoxicated individuals come into a haunted house to threaten to fight the monsters. And no matter what type of deterrent we use, they always come back. In fact, they become more numerous every single year. 2020 was probably our safest year that we've ever had. I got threatened twice that entire season. This season, I was threatened and attacked more than a dozen times a night. A night. Who does that? Why are these flesh bags so deplorable? I don't know why people are the way they are. I wish there was an easier way to solve that equation. No matter how many positions I apply for, I never seem to get very far. I use this quite a bit when I'm looking for work. And I don't like it. Some folks have been telling me, you need to call this place, you need to go to this place. Like, no, that's not how it works anymore. You have to wait for them to reach out to you. I've worked HR before, and we had policies and rules in place that said if people were coming in to try and check on certain application statuses, they get put on a list. They're like, do not call this person until their application expires. And yet those locations are still hiring for the exact same positions. Since I've been back to Texas, I've interviewed 5 or 6 times in total. And the only thing I got for my compensation was this. I got this scar at a t-shirt factory. I was cleaning the silk screens. Got blasted by some water and some chemicals. Got a chemical burn. Got a scar. My hands were so swollen and waterlogged they looked like baseball mitts. And they said, well, you're having an allergic reaction to the ink. You can't work here. The job was so good. It paid $20 an hour. And $20 an hour here in Texas is great. I was able to make progress. Got a new mic here. New camera. Look a little more professional today, don't I? I've been able to make progress in some areas and not so much in others. There are things that I wish would happen, and there's things that I know are going to happen. Some of them are good. Some of them are bad. I apologize if the ramblings are a little stale. But you gotta start somewhere. And in some positions, I've licked every inch of the ladder. Started from the very bottom, worked my way all the way up to the top, only to get knocked over by someone who would bang the boss. I wish there was more positions in companies that honored more integrity and valued more experience for people who are actually dedicated to a cause. I show up, I do my job, I do well at my job. I have perfect attendance at a haunted house where I'm terrified for my life every single day and I still do it. What does that tell you about dedication and integrity? I've had resume specialists say, oh, you can't really put that on your resume because it's entertainment. It's not retail or labor or this or that. Yeah, I know it's not. It's harder. It's showing up every single day, most of the time back-to-back days, doing an extremely physically demanding job. Like Tumblr, for example, that was a mistake. I loved it, but doing it on Halloween, the last day in a long run, my body's still paying for it now. It's been exactly 2 weeks to the day since I did Tumblr, and it's been about 4 weeks since I injured my tailbone. So, a coccyx fracture in unison with doing a physically demanding room, not a pleasant picture, is it? Not to mention the fact that I injured my ankle and knee on the same night. No big deal, I walked it off. It was minor sprain. Matter of fact, I injured my right leg, and my left leg was actually hurting more. That's my bad leg. That's the one I dislocated the knee in a few times. But I was able to do it. And I was told by everyone I worked with that I did a great job. So, I'm kind of grateful that I don't have to do it again. Maybe one of these days everything's going to get a lot better. Hopefully someday soon. Kind of sick of waiting around for nothing. I ended up in a couple YouTube videos this season, which I am grateful for. It's not really going to help most of my career pop off, but hey, I'm trying. And maybe I can convince some of my friends to pop in and talk about it. You know, why not? Maybe I can turn it into something more. We're also going to start playing some games together. See what we can do with that. Really need to stop playing with that mustache. Really don't need this anymore, do I? Didn't like this mic that much. Kind of shitty. You know what? Honor the past. Plus it looks cool. Red's my favorite color. There we go. You can see my mic, right? I put the thingy on it, and I put the pop filter on it. Oh yeah. Someday soon, I'll be able to hop into VR and make a handful of VR videos with some other games that I absolutely want to play. I'll be able to tell more haunt stories. My friends will be able to indulge you in some of your curiosities as well. You made it this far in the video. You know that there's going to be plenty more coming, believe me. I just needed a creative outlet to finally move forward. Make something special. Well, everybody, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you want to see more of these. Let me know if you want to see some more. Let me know if you want to hear some more haunt stories, not only from myself, but also from some of my friends. Hey, friends, if you're watching this, let me know what you want to talk about. We can get that rolling too. Dr.Steamfox signing out. Please enjoy yourselves out there. Be safe, and don't go to a haunted house intoxicated.